23 hours since we last spoke. Some questions have been asked, and I do have answers for you. So, as you know how I say, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Guys, I'm going to be announcing this a couple times as was brought to my attention from a community member. As far as shield harder with every tweet and every call, I've added in talk more in main chat. Let's make some friends. So, hold on, sorry. I just went ahead and making friends. Yeah, so a more active chat for newcomers with people talking, chatting shows a strong community as we are a strong community. I'm not saying, commit all of your time to main chat. Of course, I know you have lives to live, but feel free to ask your questions. Feel free to make some jokes. You guys are the clients. Feel free to be inappropriate, as long as you're not offending anybody. But yeah, have some fun in main chat. We'll do some things coming soon to make chat a bit more fun. I'm thinking about something unique, but yeah, I don't know. It's not too bullish. I'm thinking about doing something like joke of the day for rewards, stuff like that. Quote of the day, but yeah, try to add in some education to it. So yeah, your suggestions are also welcome as I brainstorm on a bit more community engagement in chat. But yeah, I also want to incentivize it for you guys too, along with some entertainment, but also some education. Feel free to talk TA of the market. Have your worries addressed about Ethereum, Bitcoin, what you think is going to happen, what we think is going to happen, why, when, where, all that. It's a big learning curve in crypto. Another PSA is Holkino is listed on Volti Change, and I spoke to Pablo Crow, and they may be doing a group tweet of certain projects that are listed. Was a question or recommendation to see if we can get shout out tweets. But yeah, as predicted, Boltoshi didn't respond, but Pablo did say, yeah, if we did it for Holkino, then they have to do it for everyone. I'm thinking they should run some promotions for it, but yeah, it is Voltino. They don't necessarily need that promotion money from us. But nonetheless, Pablo's seeing if they can get a drop it to with many tokens listed as examples on Volti Change. Page 3 of the comic sketch was dropped yesterday in the main chat. Feel free to give that a review. There will be a panel added to it, along with details for just about every panel. Our illustrators missed a couple, but this way you guys can see the preliminary draft. If there needs to be another review, I'll upload that review, that draft as well. But it should be good to go. I did send them a chunky list as detailed as possible. So the update should be coming up soon, and shortly after that will be color and the text, so you actually get to read along of the next steps of Hulk Inu's story on the War of Ethereum, which is metaphorical to real life what Hulk Inu is doing. As far as what has happened as well in the last 23 hours, Hulk Inu attended Link's Crypto Apps All-Star Roundtable. Very fun. Uh, Mr. Wonderful or Dragon Rider, different aliases, same guy. We'll be doing more of those. We'll be on screen. I was not on screen as I was not prepared. Your dev needs to shave, needs to represent as the Hulk hunk that I have coined myself to be. But yeah, so that was really fun, and we got to network. Brew Labs was on there. A few other tokens were on there that I'm drawing a blank on. Of course, Link's crypto app. We had Mistress Money on there, very entertaining. She was like the ball of joy of the AMA. She's a DGen. Why am I forgetting the other names? But yeah, check it out. Check it out, and you can fill in the blanks. A little bit of mystery for you guys. We did also have this morning going into this afternoon, we had an update call with the Chinese promotion company. So, Toast, I know you were asking about this. And inside of these updates, we're going to explain how we can address your concern. And I'll bring your concern back up right before we get to that. But it was a good call for an hour long. And I will jump to that in the near future side of this. Look at me staying on topic. We've also announced that we're adding in a new utility on top of the ones that we're all anticipating, which is a utility for consumer information that's on the way. And yeah, it should be out soon. This is something that's more of a visual aspect, exposure aspect for Hokino. We also announced the memes token AMA, which will be tomorrow. That's me jumping ahead, but yeah, tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. That's on Twitter as well. Our announcement channel and pinned in our main chats. One thing that has not been announced but has been confirmed in the background is Holkina will get a feature AMA with Destination DeFi. Wow. Okay, so Destination DeFi was on Links Crypto's YouTube All Star Roundtable yesterday, right in front of me, and my brain was drawing a blank. Uh, so yeah. Oh, Heroes Token as well. Okay, now my brain's starting to work again. They were on there too. Some recognizable faces that we AMA'd with, and now we get to get a bit more of the in-person, one-on-one time with Destination DeFi. This was already in discussion since last week, and said come Monday, we'll make a decision. So that'll be coming up this weekend. Um, so that's a good segue into what to expect in the very near future for Hulk Inu. AMA standoff can be in development. Let's get through Thanksgiving, then start reaching out, or I'll probably reach out on Thanksgiving since a lot of devs will have family time, a bit more, and a lot. There'll probably be a bit less traffic as far as the American side of crypto. So we'll get a list going for that, guys. Feel free to send over your nominees if you're representing a project, you're bullish on a project. If you're invested in other projects, feel free to DM me, and I will do a review and get them into the AMA standoff. And feel free to also give your opinions on the rewards for the AMA standoff. The previous one that we did was, of course, similar to the Smash Space, we all retweets, but then the winner tweets everyone out saying thank you. I won the standoff. Thanks, Holkino, and tags us. And everyone that doesn't win also says thanks, congratulates the winner, and says thanks, Holkino, as well. So it's like a bit higher level of tweeting. But yeah, we'll add in a poll. Maybe we'll do like a buy-in or something like that to make it even more entertaining. Nobody likes the grilled questions, but I've always wanted to set up a YouTube channel. This is completely off topic, but I'll be quick. I always wanted to set up a YouTube channel of like it's the Challenger YouTube channel. If you go on that YouTube channel and we just like really just ask extreme like sweat wrenching questions, and that's like a bull sign if you're on that. We'll never give our opinion, but if you pass that inspection, then everyone knows like okay, these guys are bullish, just in the sense of they know what they're doing, because we'll just like grill interview. But that doesn't necessarily work for the AMA standoff. Moving forward, Hokina goes to Instagram Reels with the custom AR filter on the way. Very slow, but there are slim pickings for UI devs that are doing AR filters. But yeah, if you have a recommendation for that, feel free to reach out too. But otherwise, it's on its way. But I do want to kind of just be like, you know what, we're not using you anymore. You're taking ages. Um, but still looking for some replacements for that too. But yeah, we want the quality. But I've added into the in the near future section of this that this Instagram reel marks the start of the community viral promo contest across Twitter, but that also marks the beginning of Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram ads as well. So you can see how it's interconnected in that aspect. I know I've said it on these VCs, but for the people that don't join that are reading this, people on Twitter, um, then they get to see a bit more about how this is interconnected of okay, 1 + 1 = 2 + 1 = 3. Okay, it's a trifold, it's buy the rumor, sell the news, but with more rumors with each piece of news. As far as to reiterate, the collab AMA is with Memes Token tomorrow, the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern time. After this, I'll set down a countdown timer. Feel free to set your reminder on Twitter. Feel free to retweet if that's in your ability. Shill it around. The Muscle, who is the dev of Memes Token and also has quite the background in marketing, from my own experience and from what he has said to us on the Smash Space. Bear in mind, Memes Token is the winner of the Smash Space, which is why we have this collab AMA with them. They were also the bonus project, so shout out to them. They're new, and hitting the ground strong. Of course, the market will also determine of what that means. At no point am I endorsing anybody, but we can get some good information from this, and a good aspect of collaboration in the background. I'm already talking to the Muscle about the tips and tricks that he may have for us for our Twitter ad campaigns, YouTube as well, and Facebook as an addition. Facebook's affordable. We all know that Facebook not necessarily a huge place for crypto, but still a huge place for the general public. And they're also the most affordable for ads too. So why not add them into the mix? And we'll add in more social media platforms as we enter them. And we're also uploading to Facebook too. What else was I going to say is the muscle will be having not just some, he already tweeted from his projects for his project, but he will also have his Twitter influencers that he's connected to tweeting about it as well. So that goes back to that first announcement. Let's chill, let's bring it all together, and let's get some more hype around it as we do at Hulk E New. The feature AMA with Destination DeFi will be on YouTube. It will be this Sunday, the 27th of November at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thumbnail is being developed and will be posted once we have it, and then we'll keep pushing it out to get more eyes on it as well. And I'll do some soft showing as well in the background for that. So, because it is first time with us with Destination DeFi, so you'll get all of the background, a bit more in-depth look of what's happening currently. But you guys will pretty much know that. But we'll also add in some nice surprises for you guys for towards the end. That's at least the goal. Consumer information utility is on the way. The second new utility launch will be a project integration, which will have an AMA attached with that project explaining on how everything works. I've added in more details here as well for 24/7 YouTube Hulk Inu music channel is on the way. We talked about launching that before merch line and the reveal of Infinity Project and more utilities, because that's also more of an exposure based thing, communal. But this also will mark the launch of Hulk Inu entering YouTube for our collaboration AMAs, our Smash Spaces as well. We're able to stream that to Twitter too. So it'll be more exposure for those spaces and more bullish for the projects at hand. It will also mark the launch of Hulk Inu Smash Spaces on YouTube too. So we're going to see how that goes over time, but yeah, they don't have to be on camera. So we may as well also get that YouTube aspect to us. And we'll add in new fun aspects to the Smash Space and to our collaboration AMAs. YouTube just hits hard. It hits harder than Twitter as far as maybe a bit smaller of a turnout with YouTube. But since we can put it on Twitter too, you get, two for the price of one. Also, with the possibility of us monetizing our YouTube channel going forward, not for the music side of it, but for the AMA side with ads and whatnot, or eventually as we start to steer away from collaboration AMAs as we've networked, we can start to have it as payments, and all payments go back into the charter, marketing budget, et cetera, et cetera. A DAO, a lot of different things we can incorporate that with. So it's all for that build the building stones towards the future, building our castle. Merch line is ready to go, just needs to be incorporated into the website, and then also let the market allow a bit more of exposure around it. This will mark our new celebrity endorsements, and we'll send it out to influencers as well. So when we have our AMAs on YouTube with them, since it's on camera, we're able to do some merch line giveaways and them wearing our swag on screen. Especially with us doing the World Tour AMA when the time is right. Then we can go and visit all of these influencers in person, vlog the flights, etc., etc. The first glimpse of that will be the trip to Hong Kong. We're almost getting there, Toast, to the answer for the Chinese promotion company. Um, and then the Infinity Project is being tested and developed as well. 10K buy from Alcazar Tokens team as well is something to be looked forward to with Holkinu page 3. Color version out with text and Kyle Hebert reading off our script as our narrator. Decentricon is on the 28th, so that's 6 days from now. I'll be vlogging, sending info, and also be rocking our Hulk Inu gear, putting stickers everywhere, networking like crazy with a better idea of how to network. We also got a request from OKX today. Very rough. I'm kind of in the dark on what they mean by it, but hopefully we can get to a good understanding. It was 2 o'clock in the morning for Miss Lynn. She was still working. So for your answer, Toast, so guys, yesterday Toast had mentioned, I've heard a lot about this Chinese promotion company. Can you send us some proof? I'll get to you in a second, OG. So as far as the talk with the Chinese promotion company, we spoke about how I could do a snippet from our contract agreements. And what was funny was I was looking at it. Next to it was an NDA as well. So there was two different documents I had to sign. So I already knew it was going to be an iffy side of it. So that was said, no, maybe not, because Eddie's our contact person, not the boss. He doesn't want to get in trouble with the bosses. But why don't I have this written in here? I wrote it somewhere. We will have, oh, there it is. Okay, so we'll have with the Chinese promotion company, with Eddie and with an influencer from their side, who is Southeast Asian KOL, they call him, called Kimchi, if I remember correctly. We'll have an AMA together, and then he'll introduce himself and talk about his company. So that will be the proof that we can provide without like a full announcement across social media. So that'll be for our community. And then also for these newcomers as well as like an introduction piece. So he'll send me a calendar invite. He said it will be tomorrow. He's getting with Kimchi, and then soon we'll be able to give you that proof, and probably even better than just a screenshot. But it's that way you get it. We'll get an AMA with introduction to Southeast Asia, and you guys get an introduction to the promotion company and their capabilities. Eddie is a rambler, and he's like the cool guy. But yeah, you guys will get to meet him, and that'll be announced quite soon. I'll update you guys tomorrow as well. If I get any information from Eddie, if he gets information from Kimchi, this influencer, yeah, I know that's also the name of a spicy cabbage. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. As far as you guys know, with what happens with NFT round one sellout, you know, big buyback, start of the race to Valhalla, V2 staking comes out, massive marketing campaigns. Uh, OG Runner asks, when is the third out of five rewards for round one being done? Good question. Good question. Well, we can have that up for an AMA. And OG, leave a little spoiler. I know what you're doing here. Um, yeah, soon. I could say soon without giving it away. We could do it for this YouTube AMA with Destination DeFi. I could tell them about it. And then towards the end, spin the wheel. Preference for you guys. Last time we did it as I could put it up for poll. But yeah, last time we did it as NFT giveaway in the instead of financial. So it was like, the amount of NFTs that equal $1,000 giveaway. I'm assuming that in this markets, we're probably going to be steering towards the chance to win $1,000 or $1,000 divided by three, I think, like 350 each around there, 333. But yeah, so those were your updates. Hopefully they were informative, a bit more clarifying for you guys. Does anybody have any other additional questions, comments, thoughts, or feedback? And hopefully that answers your question, OG. OG definitely asked that because he had a guess that that was going to be one of the surprises. I wasn't going to hold back. I just went with him like, fine, OG, get your way. We could try for Destination DeFi. If you heard me typing, that was me granting the wish, getting it set up. Asked Destination DeFi to include that in the thumbnail. Cause yeah, that's probably that's most it's a good time. New influencer. We'll talk about the NFTs early on, along with the thumbnail being there too. Maybe even just have him play our preview videos, the NFT preview videos. And then towards the end, we'll spin that wheel. with that, I did tell you that there was Misery Money was on that All-Star roundtable. Very, very bright person, as far as like, entertaining, fun, made me crack up a couple times. She's interested in NFTs, so I've already reached out to her. I did invite her to this VC, but I was late. I invited her like right when it started. But yeah, so we'll connect with her. I didn't get a chance to give the full explanation on the NFTs. It didn't give like a pitchy vibe. And then when I did see the pitchy vibe, it was the end of the call. So I hit up Links Crypto app dev like, oh man, I didn't get the pitch. I also said it. But yeah, all the more because I mean half of them knew us, or half of the people that were on knew us. But yeah, as far as the crowd, we just came in all suave. OG Runner says, you have probably covered it, but what was the result of the Runestone comp? OG, I don't want to slander anyone, but we didn't win. We didn't win the Runestone comp. Of course, we don't agree with it, but I mean, look, I've gone through this too. Anytime you have a show contest, remember the music contest, you're always going to have all these other projects that didn't win that feel justified to win, like, bothering you and saying, why don't we win? Why don't we win? Um, so yeah, I mean, I won't say it, but Pocahontas can say how she feels about it. I think that's probably the cleanest route. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother him about it. The results are done. There's no changing it. There's no point in complaining. You can type it, yeah. Because anytime you're always gonna feel like you were justified to win. But Runestone is a good project with good devs. So each to his own. Yeah. OG Runner says, Pocahontas says, can I type? I say yes. Oh, the dev of the other one that was a M8. Oh yeah. I was gonna read M8. Yeah. OG, well, you asking all these leading questions today, huh? Or we're
You
just
say
like
you
we're
like you say you like to be tested, so I thought I'd test you today.
yeah, with questions you know the answers to.
No, I didn't. I didn't know. I've just guessed the second one. I guessed it was. It may be the chap that was a good friend of the actual one that was running it that might have won. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's let me zip my mouth on that. I like a challenge, but I also don't like the fun war. Pocahontas has got you.
I
She's
see that
the
coming
neutral
before it
party.
comes.
Say again?
I said I see that coming before it comes.
Yeah, yeah. I had a few community members too on the same side of it. Yeah, I do love a challenge, but my silver tongue tends to get me in trouble most of the times. So I'm learning as I go.
Same.
Yeah. It was Token of Fire, and it's funny you typed in M8 because the other one's like D82 or something like that.
Yeah, Delta. Delta. Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Yeah, yeah. Poker got to the bottom of it real quick.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
hung out in their chat for a little while and was listening. So yeah, I sort of got the picture of what was happening.
Yeah, yeah, you got to think about that, right? It's like, okay, where's the twist here? That's why I liked with Alcazar side of, yeah, we're doing a 10K buy, but that's not just it. We're gonna use that and market it. So it's kind of like a forced partnership in essence. They're like, yeah, you won, and now we're doing a giveaway. Can you tweet it? Oh, we're doing a contest. Can you tweet it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with it. Let's go for it. But yeah, smart movement from Alcazar side. So I guess this is the same thought process for his buddy side. But we
Yep.
move forwards. We move on. So
I
we
hope
also got to
stronger than
speak.
that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we already won one. So, winning two. But like they already have one, man. What about us? But yeah, we have that to look forward to. Some new eyes coming to us as well. along with ads, viral promo contest, 5 utilities coming. So if we see like like I think this is what happened last year. I need to look into it, but last year it was uh, first week or two of December was okay for crypto, but then after that, it just started to drown. I think it was the first week because December of last year was not great. But I'm pretty sure it was November, like the start of the downfall. But I think there was recovery, and then around Christmas and New Year's is when the market gets kind of blah, and then first week at best, we go back up. So it's asked who bought it. The project that was accused of botting was Token of Fire. I am not saying they did. I'm not saying they didn't. Again, trying to be unbiased, trying to be a good Hulk dev. But yeah, on top of that, so during that call with Hong Kong, we did speak about our visits to Hong Kong. And he left it at, yeah, let me talk it over with the bosses because they have other projects that froze their campaigns for this period and will be starting up right around that same time. I made a joke like, well, isn't that quite coincidental? He's like, no, 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 it's you can still come. And I was like, yeah, but is it better that I come then, or is it not better? He's like, it could be better. He's like, he wants to talk to the team and then let me know. But I mean, I told you guys that time, so even if it isn't great for them, I can still go and be like, "Yeah, don't worry, guys, take care of your stuff," and then and I'll come work around it. Because I mean, to be honest, to be frank with you guys, I was going to be in Asia around that time anyway. It's just flipping around um, the where I start, so I can go into Hong Kong first, or I can go to Bali, Thailand, all for different reasons. So we're good to go on that. But I want to get my ticket booked, especially as we enter into the crypto winter. So we all have something to look forward to. Okay, Hong Kong partnerships announced before the ticket, of course. Promotions rolling out over crypto winter, and then the bigger step of just myself flying to Hong Kong, having the ticket posted, vlogging it. That's definitely going to raise some eyebrows of top tier influencers and whales, as well as dedication, but then also being there and networking on that side through the promotion company and at conferences will be a nice boom for us, especially if we time it right in accordance to the market of it recovering. So bear in mind, strategic adaptation is also that expecting where the market's going and planning accordingly. So right now we see the market's going downwards. We have multiple utilities in development, so we can push those out. Financial ones can be in the back burner, and exposure ones and ones that can be used in the future can go into the front, as we've already discussed. But yeah, it's the same concept with what we're doing for over crypto winter around Hong Kong, around conferences, around rolling out even more promotion and developments. So hopefully that makes sense. That's why I also was mentioning that feel free to talk TA in the group. Um, as you know, it affects all of us. Just like don't be the guy or girl that's like it's all going downhill. It's the Great Reset. All of our economy is going to go to zero every time when it drops. I'm looking at houses in the mountains. Yeah, hopefully you guys have your questions answered from Runestone in detail. Thank you, Pokash. Quick with sending evidence and also getting it out of the main chat to, stop this. Oh, come on, man. There's no changing it. So I have that with shill contests, music contests. Like, dude, like either scam link is posted. What do you expect? What do you want me to pay double or something? It's not my choice. It's done. So yeah, all good. But we'll still join the next one then. And we'll just be like, hey man, remember when you chose your buddy? Let me stop talking about this. Damn it, OG, you're gonna get me in trouble. Any other questions, guys? Going once. You little devil. Any other thoughts, comments, concerns, points of feedback, things you would like to see more of from Hokino? Going twice. Feel free. Feel free, guys. We have a lot rolling out, but as I said, we're brainstorming on some newer, funner aspects to entertain everybody while we develop too, along with us pushing out more utilities for exposure based and then financial based rolling through as the market recovers. But still promotion happening, similar to what we've been doing with extra growth on top of it. And if you have questions, concerns about that aspect, feel free to speak your mind. You know how it is a whole keynote. I just got shilled something. What a coincidence. The project integration has updated their utility. There's a V2 out for us too. Oh yeah, going 3 times. Anything in these, oh wait, nah, I always forget. Hold on, I'll redo the count, guys. Let me put the written form of these updates in, as it is quite a lot of information to retain in one go. Here you go. So now the VC updates written version has been pinned and posted inside of the group for you guys to review. Feel free to give that a look over and see if anything raises an eyebrow or raises a question or anything that needs to be clarified. So I will say what's interesting with this list as you see it get further and further developed. This is like, not even a phase of a roadmap. So a lot of these are add-ons to the roadmap. So as we go through this list and we start to have a brand new list, our project gets stronger and stronger because of that interconnected growth. So we start to get more and more exposure. I mean, now you see it when we jump on space, like, oh, Hokina, yeah, I've heard of you. Yeah, I've heard of you. It's seldom that, people haven't at this point. So, we are being watched and it's rolling these out strategically. But what's nice about what we've done so far and these spaces, um, hold on, let me finish this sentence, OG. Yeah, so what's nice about doing these spaces and everything we've developed and keep pushing out and delivering is that it's one of the perks I think inside of the crypto winter when you have your degens, you know, wanting to degen but also not get wrecked. They find our projects with quite the low market cap for what is deserved for what we've done. Um, then they're a lot more comfortable aping in because we do daily VCs, daily updates in the midst of the bear market, continuously still pushing the utilities coming out. So it's a bit more comfortable of an ape for people as the crypto winter gets colder. OG Runner asks, has Alcazar already bought some Hulk? They did buy, I do believe, was zero 0.8 worth of Hulk Inu like a week or two ago. I think like a week ago. No, yeah, like a week or two ago. Um, and then I clarified I was getting mixed information from there's like two different devs that run different sides of projects, similar to how we do it. And also the information that Poca was getting. One side was it'll be 2 weeks within the launch of their DApp. But then I was getting from the other devs that it wasn't that and clarified. So good news, but also they want it to be undisclosed. I also don't know, but they said within a week. And I reached out to them yesterday as well, asking for an update. And the Destination DeFi just responded to me. I can have the thumbnail ready by tomorrow. And yes, I will add the giveaway to the thumbnail. Boom. OG just hooked you guys up with some insider. Good stuff, OG. You get a Hulk hug. All right, I think it's time now. We gave it some time for everyone to read over the list. It's not a novel. So any questions pertaining to these updates or anything outside of these updates? Going once. Actually, just adding in that Muscle will have his people tweet out. Mhm. Oh my goodness. Hashtag. Yeah, so sorry. That was just giving you guys a bit more time if there were questions. But yeah, any clarifications needed, repetitions needed, I will repeat anything. I will not repeat everything. Going twice. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay, you missed this one. Change tweeted us, sorry, Smart Crypto News tweeted us saying Hokinu is now listed on Volt Inu officials Change. I just retweeted it. After this, I will post it for us to go ahead and raid and hype it up. But it is on our profile now as the most recent tweet. I think Poca actually let it sit because of the collab AMA in Poca's defense. You guys know Poca. How dare I? Yeah, the list just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, it gets more and more exciting. It's very addictive. Like, there's a lot of sides of debbing of like, hard to get past that initial hump. We've passed it. Now it gets fun with of course there's the standard roadmap that everybody expects, which we do. And then, flip here and there, the strategic innovation, the utility innovation, the growing it piece by piece of, a concept turn into a write up, turn into a draft, turn into the launch, turn into you guys saying like, oh, this is dope. Um, it's very like dopamine fueling of like, like kind of like a musician or something. Like, it didn't exist and now it does exist. Not we're the owner of this. Talking to people, just people were talking about writing. It's like, oh, I'm writing a comic book, and then get to explain the concept. Outside of crypto too. I'm not going to be telling these old people about cryptocurrency. No, thank you. But yeah, it is fun. I'm saying like a comic book, NFTs, interest rate account instead of saying staking for a positive return on investment by holding over time. You talk to finance people and whatnot. You just boom. So yeah, it's exciting where we're going. So much growth, so many things to do. The anticipation is uncanny. Yeah, I guess based on that or anything else that was said, any final statements from you guys? Any pieces of feedback, creative sides, brainstorming ideas of, oh, why don't we try this out? They're all welcome. As we enter into the darker sides of the bear market, creativity is key to stand out as the innovation, doing things different, which is also the key to success and the foundation of viral crypto, uh, viral viral promotions. Oh, OG, do your thing, do your thing. It's looking like a nice entry at the moment. And yeah, your choice. Try not to financially advise. Yeah, hopefully all this makes you more comfortable holding your investment as crypto winter takes place. FTX was interconnected with about 200 companies, 250 if I remember right. So the effects of FTX are still lingering. Um, But yeah, I mean, it's all emotionally based as far as how people are day trading and swing trading. There's new numbers out of saying Ethereum's going lower than 1K, but the whole initial side of it was 1K is the floor. So if 70% believe that 1K is the floor, it hits 1K, they all DCA in. Has quite the impact, makes a pump, then it dips for people that are just like swing trading or people that are finding their entry. But it still leads back to that 1K era. But yeah, I think now this new sentiment of it going under 1K is the FTX repercussions. I do think we saw the worst of it, but people are still saying the worst is to come. But like I said, anytime there's a dip in the market, it's the apocalypse. It's the end of the world, and it's never as serious as it is. But don't let me jinx it. Knock on wood. But also, I'm no TA expert. I'm a Holkino expert, though. Feel free. But yeah, I think I'll end off the VC there. I don't want to take it up for too long if nobody has any more questions. Hereafter, you should be seeing some more tweets going out from the muscle side of things promoting our collaboration AMA with him and his project. We'll have more talks with him about the tips and tricks for social media ads as we roll out into the viral promo contest of our side with a trio push into the social media world with AR filter, viral promo contest of yelling Hulk Eno in public with that filter, and also running Twitter ads promoting out Hulk Eno. Uh, so they are effective from what I got from the muscle as we already expected. But yeah, so much more revolving around that with that collaboration AMA. We'll get some good information from what he has planned. We heard it from the Smash Space. I think he was second or third if you wanted to listen to the recording. So probably the first third of it. And then yeah, Destination DeFi thumbnail will be posted up. I'll put up the countdown for that AMA for tomorrow, and then most likely right after uh, the memes token AMA, we'll post up the thumbnail for Destination DeFi YouTube channel AMA, all full focus on Hulk Eno along with NFT fueled giveaway of $1,000 for NFT holders. So, as OG mentioned, with the extra funds for NFTs or some tokens, the more NFTs you have, the more chance to win. One NFT is one ticket for these chances, as well as a good investment for the future of you as they get more and more rare. These will be the only staking focused NFTs to be minted these 5 rounds. Going forward, any NFT concept will be completely unique and unrelated, but you guys will have the first rounds of these NFTs with these NFTs being the only possible ones for staking, and that is even a year down the line, 2 years down the line. This is the only access into staking, and it will have to be bought from you guys for people to enter the staking pool. But with that, hopefully everything was clear, guys. Bear in mind, if you do have questions, if you do have concerns, feel free to address them in main chat. Tag me, tag Polka, tag Hexa AEM, right in there. Community members can help you out with the answer as well, or save it for an AMA with here, the Daily VC, or any AMA. Your questions are always welcome. There is no concept of FUD as long as it comes in the form of a question and we have the answers for you. With that, hopefully you guys have a good understanding of what's going to be happening in the next 24 hours. The next daily VC will be on, if I am correct, unless we get a new AMA, will be on Thursday. After this, I will do the countdown timer for the AMA with memes token tomorrow, 8 p.m. EST. It is already up on Twitter. Feel free to set your reminder and retweet that tweet. Big shout out to everybody listening to me ramble. Thank you guys for joining. Shout out to Gardner, Pocahontas, Toast, Sam, Gru, Sheba Doge Soldier, Shao Shao, Jean Gray, AJ Raval, Helicopter, OG Runner, Visionary Titan, Race. Race was here a second ago. Thank you guys for joining. Feel free to check out in pins all of the updates and ask your questions. They're all welcome. See you guys tomorrow. I'm also in main chat anyway, but you'll hear my voice tomorrow at the AMA at 8 p.m. EST. Thanks for joining, guys. Hulk out.
Laters.
Later.